Hey everyone, welcome to another video on the channel. Today is Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. We're going to be taking another look at Blackberry stock. So before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but just for entertainment and educational purposes. But Blackberry did have a red day today. We were down 3.45% for the day. And since we spoke last, as we know now, BlackBerry did have a great earnings report come out. We beat analyst expectations, and we did then consequently go up over 10%, which is great because we broke out of the low 9 levels into the 10s, and back now it looks like into this pattern of kind of dipping to the mid 9s and then getting that bounce and going higher before we dip again, which has been a pattern we've been seeing now for some months. You can see in the 3 months we kind of dip to the low 9s, bounce, dip, bounce, and various dips and bounces, but basically holding that pattern. So to look back at the one day today, I mean, it was a day where we had no consolidation at all at any level. It was just a very volatile day, and not surprisingly, because the whole market was red and volatile. But we could see we kind of had this drop in the beginning of the day. We tried to recover, couldn't really, and just kind of zigzagged up and down before closing down at 979, although we are up a bit in after hours. So again, if we zoom out a bit, we had that close call where we dipped below the mid 9 support, the 950 to 966 support, but we reestablished it. We went all the way back because we went below and then we went even higher. We went to over $11, and now we've been kind of reestablishing that pattern. But I have a lot of hope for BlackBerry because outside of this pattern, outside of the market, we saw in their last earnings report that they did beat analysts' expectations. So analysts were expecting a loss of 8 cents. It was only 6 cents, and revenues were higher. And there was something else that came up during the earnings report, which I think is worth mentioning, and it's something we've talked about in the past, and that is that BlackBerry has finally agreed to sell off some of its patents, which is great. That's what we had been saying. There had been its IP deals, which we were hoping could yield some billions of dollars for the company if they could just get those sales through. And that's what John Chen, the CEO, had mentioned. He said that they did, in fact, reach an agreement and on a sale price, although he didn't say how much, obviously, and who the party involved was. But this is fantastic, and it just shows that even if not today, this will hopefully be a future catalyst once these details are announced, which he also said there's something like an 80% chance it would happen this quarter. So we don't have to wait, hopefully, that much longer for these details to come out, and hopefully that'll be a big boost of cash for BlackBerry, which would be fantastic. It might be the kind of catalyst we need to get the stock going even higher. So, and he also said, it's worth mentioning, a lot of their business now is coming from that QNX software, which he's been using. They've been using in all these different auto manufacturers. Have been partnering with them, and he mentioned how they are still seeing strong demand, but they've been hampered by a lack of semiconductors because of all these supply chain issues and whatnot, which is kind of out of their hands, it looks like. But just something else to be cognizant of. It looks like their products are in demand. As we've seen the last quarter, we were discussing how they were increasing their sales team, their sales force, to get their products out there more. So they are taking these steps. It takes a little bit of time, but again, good news. Earnings report was great. Some of these IP deals now hopefully are coming through. are these patent deals fantastic. So hopefully we'll see higher highs. But let me know what you think. Do you think BlackBerry is going to go up? If it's going to go down? If you're holding, if you're selling, if you're buying more? Always like to hear what you're doing with your shares, and I'll catch you in the next one.